Okay, today is the day after the crash, so I'm just gonna go and investigate what's wrong with it. The car is actually not that damaged. The front passenger wheel hub assembly has moved quite a bit back to the arc. You'll see what I mean. But I'm gonna go take the wheels off, jack the car up, and see if what's wrong with it. So yeah, here she is. She's all looking all messed up. It's got grass on it, so this front bumper's coming off for the time being. You can see I've lost most of my lip. I've got that side of the lip, but the car itself, like, it has no damages anywhere else. So we'll go this side. This wasn't due to the accident. We actually had to do this because you can see that front wheel has moved a lot back because something's bent there, and this wasn't due to the accident. This was when we were actually pulling the car out with the winch, and I think it might have bent something because it was digging into the ground, the front end, and the side skid's missing. That's about it. Other than that, the car runs fine. There's no other damages to it. It's sweet. Like, I'm very appreciative that it happened this way. So yeah, we need to figure out why this has moved back, because I'm suspecting something's bent in there. Probably the control arm or the crossmember, I don't know. At this point, we're gonna jack it up, take the bumper off, take the fender off, and yeah, take the wheel off to have a look. So I got my jack and the jack stands. Just to mention one more thing, I actually drove this home like this. Yeah, the steering wheel was on the piss, but I still drove here just fine. Wasn't like choking or anything like that, so the car itself is actually fine. Yes, there's a bit of grass on it, expected after a fucking crash. So yeah, I won't be doing too much talking because it's freaking windy and you guys probably can't hear me. Engine's fine, everything's fine under here. So front bumper and that guard needs to be replaced panel wise. Other than that, that's really it. And then just have to investigate the wheel, make sure, try to figure out why it's moved back. That's the major one, and that's about it. After that, it's pretty much, yeah, back to normal. Like, I'm very grateful that the crash only did this much damage. Taking all the bumpers and stuff off, I don't even need to bring the jack or the jack stand, because when you don't have a bumper and a front fender, it gives you all this clearance. And now we can go and investigate, which I already have done, by the way, and figure out what's actually bent and what's fallen on my asshole. Fucking seriously, you want this whole thing to go up my ass? Okay, fuck it. Okay, so this is the front tire. We're under the guard. That looks fine. Doesn't look bent. Oh, what's that? The control arm bent itself. Let me show you guys. Right there. You can see the control arm has had a big dent, which is pulling the wool. So you can see right there, the control arm actually has a huge dent in it. So, like, it's got a buckle, so it's pulling the whole wheel backwards because it's buckled itself, and nothing else under here actually looks buckled. So just because this thing is kind of twisted that way, the whole thing is just kind of pulled itself to the rear arc. So that's the only damage. that's quite easy replaced. It's this bolt here. Undo these, put a brand new one of them in, and it will realign itself, and then I can get a proper wheel alignment. See if this boot has busted itself while I'm down here. Nope, the boot is fine, tie rod is fine, sway bar is fine. It's just the control arm that's pulling it back, so that's easily replaceable. My other concern was the CV drive, the CV, this thing here, is that bent? And no, it's not bent. That sweet is, what else? I can't see anything else that's buckled. Wait, let me check. Nope, that looks pretty straight to me. Oh, is that bent? Nope, that's just the camera angle. So that's looking all fine there. That's looking good. No tears in the boot. Is there a tear in the boot? Nope, there isn't. So yeah, it's just this control arm that's kind of bent itself over there. So it's literally pulling the whole wheel back. Oh, thank God that's the only issues I have. So that's easily replaceable, easily done. No worries there. Nothing else is bent, no chassis damage whatsoever. It's that, for some reason, that very corner took the brunt of it when it was getting pulled. So that's fine. That only happened because we were pulling the car, and this thing, you can see there's grass and stuff here, so it was getting like dragged into the ground. So it probably pushed and like made that crease right there. So that's very good news. I'm very happy with that. The shame is that we just painted this when I was in Wellington at Cody's. Cody did this paint job pretty much. I just did the clear. I still got the sticker and the marker light, the side marker light. So yeah, it's a shame that we just replaced this fender, but hey, fenders are easy replaced. But man, I got what the hell is that coming out of my tire? Oh well, it doesn't matter, it doesn't bother me. Oh, more tread. Who wants more tread? What the hell? Oh well, I've got more tread now. So yeah, once we replace that, that shouldn't be as close to that wheel arc there. So yeah, that's all handy and dandy, and I'm very happy with that result. So now, since we know what needs to be replaced, this thing just needs a new bottom lip and a paint and a new fender and a control arm. That's about it. So that's the only mechanical part. That's why that is nearly touching. That's the full lock I can get at the moment. So that's fine. We'll just straighten up the wheel a bit so it can be movable. Another thing what I'll do is I'll take the indicators out of the bumpers and just zip tie to the car, so if the car needs to be moved, it has all its lights. I'm going to put the grille back, make it look decent-ish while it sits like this. I don't want it to just dangle on the ground and stuff. I want all the indicators and stuff to, I'll probably zip tie it to over here or something. But yeah, I want to put all the lights back on, put the grille back on. It'll be just missing its fenders and bumper for now. Okay, I've straightened the wheel. Only this much is off. That's like piss all. So like that's nearly straight. So when the control arm is replaced, it'll be back to like this. So it's only on that angle. So it's not bad at all. That's mint. So I'll assemble all the lights and stuff and then show you guys the end result. And there it is, it's all done. So the indicators are zip tied on. Even the park light, I know it looks a bit weird without the fender, but all the lights are pretty much working. Even the fender indicator light there, park light there, it's all held in place. I'm going to wash the number plate and put it inside on the dash so the registration still can be displayed. But yeah, I think she actually kind of looks pretty badass like this, but we're going to keep it like this until we can get a control arm. Apparently my mate might have a free one for me. All I have to do is pay shipping and get a sent here. If that doesn't align or whatever, if it's shunted backwards or something, then I'll be sending it off to a garage so it can get fixed properly. But I'm pretty sure, I'm 99.9% sure with a new control arm that will move forward. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And my mate reckons it's been shunted, but I know for a fact that it bent when we were pulling it with a winch, because it was starting to dig into the ground. That's the only reason that happened. It didn't happen on impact because the car literally fell on its side. It had no front impact whatsoever. So Yeah.